And with that, I call on my fellow fighter, Senator Ron Wyden.
Thank you, Senator Warren, and the leaders here, and I'm going to be brief. First of all, I think we're here because Social Security is under attack. Social Security is under siege. The chainsaw is pointed at their earned Social Security benefits. We believe Republicans have manufactured a crisis at Social Security, and the reality is Social Security would be fully funded for generations if Congress eliminated the payroll tax cut cap for billionaires and collected the money that they are illegally evading in taxes. So they're getting a head start by laying off people who are responsible for collecting taxes owed by the wealthy and making it harder for Americans to get their benefits. Here's two examples. First is customer service over the phone. Everybody knows that the wait time to get a hold of a human being at Social Security is way too long. Instead of strengthening the system or getting more people to answer the phone, the Musk agenda is prohibiting using phones to make benefit claims or resolve most issues that require verifying your identity. Now, Musk knows that this is unpopular. So late last week, Trump's Doge appointees made a big show of saying they were delaying the change for all of 2 weeks and exempting some groups. But the fact is they've doubled down by saying retirees and widowers will still be locked out of the phone system for most meaningful customer service. That's the first way. They're making it harder for people to get their benefits. The second is closing offices. Once again, Trump appointed officials at Social Security are trying to pull a fast one and trick Americans about what they're doing. For example, they're saying that Social Security isn't closing any field offices, but Doge has taken over the General Services Administration, which handles the government's leases. According to the press, 47 offices have had their leases terminated. 26 offices even have a date set for closure. They're in Ohio, they're in North Carolina, they're in Georgia. The list goes on and on. So we're going to be clear here is the Trump forces aren't afraid to gaslight about what's really going on with Social Security. We saw this last week when the Trump nominee to run the program failed to tell the truth multiple times about his involvement with Doge after a whistleblower came forward with testimony that contradicted the nominee's answers. Then a veteran journalist at the Washington Post confirmed what the whistleblower was saying. So the nominee disregarded career staff cautions, for example, about privacy safeguards to rush through a Doge agent charged with sifting through American sensitive personal information. He didn't tell the truth about coordinating with Doge officials. He didn't tell the truth to the Senate and to the bipartisan committee staff that met with him. So today, when we had consideration of the nominee, I said my top priority, the top priority of Senate Democrats is not voting today on this nominee who was not truthful in the process. We weren't granted that request, so today I've also made it clear that I'm going to work with the leader and make sure that this nominee faces every single opportunity to tell the truth before they put this nominee on the floor of the United States Senate. We know the majority controls the schedule, but they don't understand what a fight they're going to have if they put this nominee out there before they've answered the bipartisan questions about the truthfulness of what he has said to the American people. Not telling the truth for a position like this signals to me that you aren't going to tell the truth if you get confirmed. And that is everything that Senate Democrats stand against. And we're not going to stop calling out these lies and rallying the American people to stand fully against these attacks on Social Security. The war room is just the beginning. Just the beginning. And I appreciate Senator Warren working with us.